Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. And shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. And today is going to be a bit of a response to not this video, but the video that's in this video about this Eve that was basically talking shit, saying, why did it doesn't make sense that we're in this situation and stuff like this. I'm gonna let the video play, and then I'm gonna go into why she's just off.
That I always want an answer to, because if God is
the comment that she's replying to is like in 1 second. Alright, Slakia. Now, the comment was, I always say, where was God for black people during, I actually cannot read that, let me see. Apartheid and slavery. What the fuck is that? Apartheid was conceptualized in South Africa. Oh, so that's just an irrelevant point because those are Hamites and not Israelites. Okay, so then slavery. Let's just say, where were they for slavery? Okay.
so merciful that I always want an answer to, because if God is so merciful and so loving and so forgiving and all of that shit, how did he just allow for 400 years of slavery to just happen? And on top of that, now we're being discriminated against to this fucking day because of that. And the answer that I always get is that God was punishing black people for turning their backs on him. Yeah, you heard that shit right. So our ancestors, from the moment they were forced to come to this country all the way until present day, have been struggling, dealing with murder, dealing with all types of shit because God was mad at them. And that's the God that I'm supposed to praise and worship, and oh my God, he's so merciful. Be fucking for real. This is also why I especially don't like black Christians, because y'all are the most delusional out of all of them. Don't like us, so why the fuck are we the main ones in church? I don't understand that.
Alright, so like this actually just type of stuff that, and the funny thing is, the brother, he did say when he did his lesson, he did say that sometimes you just don't get mad at this type of stuff anymore. You've heard it all, so then like really what is there to be mad at that point in time? Okay, now additionally, like, I am not gonna lie, I'm a little bit angry. Like, there was one thing that she said, okay,
black people
that I'm supposed to praise and worship, and dealing with discrimination, dealing with murder, dealing with all types of shit because God was mad at them. And that's the God that I'm supposed to praise and worship.
oh, okay, right here, Slocky, I just remember the precept. All right, now I hate ads. I'm not gonna lie. So, firstly, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Okay, so the thing is, Esau is, let's just Google quickly what the word profane means. Relating or devoted to that which is not secular rather than religious. Now that's the trait of Esau, right? And you can hear, all right, you can hear in how she's talking. You know what, Slakia, real talk, a brother did an amazing lesson telling, saying, warning, the brotherhood, we need to keep it spiritual. Okay, stop letting these demons get to us. I'm gonna calm down. Slakia. Yahawadah, I don't get heated up from this anymore. Now, profane, okay, secular or non. So you can clearly see that this is how she's acting. She got so worked up, and in my opinion, speaking as a man, right, damn near carnally speaking as a man, okay, I would say that she is heavily possessed by a demon, an atheist demon. I would say, like a demon that's just telling her so much that she just can't that there just cannot be a God. That's basically that's my perception on, like, look at her eyes every year. All right, she gets so passionate and at being disappointed at that answer, or saying that that's not a good enough answer, or she is entitled to the protection and the love of God. Okay, now the thing is, we are not entitled to anything. Okay, in all honesty, this is you know how they say driving is a privilege. Okay, let me say driving is a privilege, not a right. Okay, so like if it is Slakia, it is so funny how not only these devils, okay, but these Jakes, okay, these Eves, they will find some sort of reason to say that I am entitled to the love, protection, or whatever. YAHAWASHI, okay, like this is straight up wild. Okay, now, like I said, these people. Oh, let me get that. As a matter of fact, now there are two different types of possibilities. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, not the way of the heathens. So we're not supposed to be learning to act and think like them. She's clearly acting and thinking like them. So if she is an Israelite, okay, then obviously she's very much so chosen her God. And that's actually going to be what I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, Romans chapter 14 verse 5, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Okay, so one of the things that we need to understand, okay, in this truth is that it's not for everyone. Okay, and another thing is that we cannot force people to get it. Okay, and this reminds me of another lesson that I did not too long ago, where some Christian, all right, he was, let me actually just get it. Bear with me 1 second. Right here.
The image of the beast is getting.
All right, here. And I did a lesson on this.
The image of the beast is getting.
All right, so these brothers were out and about. This woman was drunk driving, was giving a whole bunch of problems and stuff like that. All right, and then you got this person. Where is he? Oh, okay, I guess I don't see it. Oh wait, no, I just saw it. Slakia.
The image of the beast is getting ready to speak.
Right here. No. Right here, okay. So over here, he was basically... Okay, I'm not going to go too all into it or anything like that. I'm just going to say, basically he was justifying that woman for drunk driving, and then he told them, you guys should have said, oh, if we help you, you need to give us your keys. So, and you have to sit down here and listen and stuff like that. So now he told them, he literally told them that to force her to listen to the gospel. But what does the Bible, what does the scriptures say about forcing people to listen? 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 2. Feed the flock of Yahawaah which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Okay? We have to be willing to saying, through guile or through whatever, through constraint. If you don't listen to it, you can't go home. We have your keys, so you have to listen to us. Like that's literally. Let me find it. As a matter of fact, because I'm not gonna bear false witness. And also look at this. As I was searching, so what? She was a little drunk, even though she was driving, on the wrong side of the road, like the brother said. We've all been there before. No. What I'm looking for right here. All right, right here it says, by Eli Fitlife, you could have made an argument that if you all help her with her tire, she has to give you all her keys, sit there, listen to the word of God, and sober up. His word says, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. That's probably what he meant. It also says, he that winneth souls is wise. You all can't use wisdom. Okay, well, that's basically it. The main thing I really wanted to get at was, he said, if they help, then she has to give them their keys and listen to it. Okay, so he's telling them to force her to listen to the word. There were already people there that were, listening, I believe, if my memory serves me properly. And it's lucky. There was already people listening there, and they have to stop. They have to stop the press to stop everything that they're doing just for her. That's insane. Okay, so again, moving on to this, I don't really want to get too sidetracked, because the main thing I really want to get into. It's lucky. The main thing I really want to get into is, believing and following after the Most High Yahawadah B'Hashem Yahawashi. Okay, so for those that say and think that God is not, or if God was real, why is He letting us do this X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third? Okay, or why is He letting this stuff happen? All right, and of course, as the correct answer is in fact remade the Most High Yahawadah B'Hashem Yahawashi. Let's get this. Where is it? Proverbs. Corrective son. And that's not, it is. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Okay, so yes, because Yahawadah B'Hashem Yahawashi loves us, he got mad at us as she, wow, this is a really unappealing fucking freeze frame, but Lord corrects the just as a father disciplines his son when his son goes off, the Most High Yahawadah B'Hashem Yahawashi corrects us. Okay, when we go off, when we say, when we went against him, okay, or disobeyed him, then obviously there's going to be a punishment for that. You think that, or not you, obviously, but she thinks, or if it applies to you, obviously it's going to apply to you. But for her, specifically, or in general, if you think that, we can do whatever we want, we can disobey Yahawah Yahawashi, and there's no repercussions, then you're just completely off. Because even today, like, we don't live by those standards. If someone does something to you, if someone does something to you specifically, you do something, you most likely do something back, or you try to recompense them for the wickedness that they've done to you. All right, it's literally the same thing. You think that, the Lord just gonna just take any type of disrespect? Like, that's insane. Yeah, he's merciful and forgiving, but when you actually seek repentance, seek forgiveness, not, I did something wrong and I'm gonna stick to my guns. All right, let me get this. Joshua chapter 24 verse 15, and if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. Okay, so basically he's saying, choose. Okay, if you think, perfect. This is a perfect example. If she thinks it is evil, if she thinks that it is wrong to serve Yahawah, they're saying, go ahead. Okay, because this word, this gospel, this truth is not for everyone. All right, if you are persuaded to say that serving in Yahawadah is wrong, then that's all on you. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Judges chapter 10 verse 14, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Okay, so when your time of tribulation comes, you better go to those same gods, those same people that you said, this is a proper thing to be believing in. All right, to be believing in, this is my power, this is my God and whatnot. Then you go ask them to save you. Okay, just like how these people were asking Esau, Edom, okay, their government, to save them during the every time I try to think of a code word, my mind just goes blank. But the C9, all right. So every time people something happened with the C9, they were like, oh my God, we were so scared. Let's go, just take the whatever. Let's go take the glab, the whab. All right. Like, nah, bro, no. Or yeah, exactly. So if when that time comes, then go ahead and take it. All right. Let them deliver you. Let you be protected by them. All right. You are chosen. Okay. So not everyone. Let me get that as well. Not everyone's going to be saved. Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So a lot of Jake, 2/3 of Jake are going to just be put to death and die. All right, this is only for the select few, the elect. All right, God's chosen people, because He chose them. All right, it's not of you or me or anyone. It's not from you to say, I want to be with the Most High, or it's not for me to say, I want this person to be with the Most High. Okay, or it's not for someone to say, I don't want to be with the Most High. It's simply a matter of the Lord at the beginning of it all. I believe it was Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16 from the top. The preparation of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from Yahawah. Okay, so the preparation, so all all the things that lead up to someone making that decisions on, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick to YAHAWASHI, okay, or I'm not gonna stick to it, whichever, okay. All that preparation is from the Most High YAHAWASHI, okay. He's the one who guided man's ways into the conclusion that they come to, okay. It's as simple as that, and it's even up to the Most High, that YAHAWASHI, that made her make this video, make this TikTok, whatever. All right. All right. So it's not a matter of, you know, who can someone choose. All right. Mark chapter 4 verse 14. Okay. The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. Okay. So yeah, she might have heard, because actually that's kind of in my opinion, from my experiences, I've never really heard that answer before. I think that's more of a recent answer. Okay. The answer that she got, which was God was mad at the so-called black, that's no, Slakia. That is definitely a more recent answer, and that definitely proves that she has heard of the Israelites, because there is no way in fuck, okay, there is no way that you're gonna have general Christians who don't know who the Hebrew Israelites are. Okay, you're not gonna have Christians say, oh, it's because of that. Like that's definitely not something. She probably said black Christians pertaining to so-called Hebrew Israelites, the so-called black Hebrew Israelites, okay, or us, the Hebrew Israelites in general. All right, Slakia, a bit tongue-tied on that. Anyway, the main thing is that that I could be wrong, but that's just the kind of that's just the conclusion that I've come to off of I would say context clues, because it definitely doesn't seem, from my experience, it doesn't seem like that's something that a Christian would say, especially even black Christians, because black Christians don't really know much about or back then they didn't know much about race playing a factor in punishments and stuff like that. All right, so when they sow the word, they gave the Israelites that had told her, okay, they gave her the word, but she couldn't actually receive it. Okay, again, as it says, this Matthew, for many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, so not everyone is going to be able to keep and receive. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6, I have planted, Apollos watered, but Yahweh gave the increase. Okay, so then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh that giveth the increase. So basically the moral of the story is, or the end all be all, whatever you want to call it, is we can be sowing seeds of faith into people, but it at the end of the day, it does not matter, because they could have the best soil, the best environment, or best whatever to have that seed grow. Okay, but it's only, or they could be in the worst conditions, but it's up to the Most High YAHAWASHI to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna let it grow, I'm gonna make it grow even in these bad conditions. All right, but with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadah, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. And with that, I want to say shalom.